All right, so we're back working on the original again. Got some more things going on. As you notice, the recoil start is gone. I was able to get that off without having to take the shroud off. I had this little ratchet tool here and was able to get right in there and get the screws out. Getting it off was the easy part. I think putting it back on is gonna be a little more challenging. So on first glance, this is the spot where the pull start would engage. And it's smooth, so I immediately thought that it's supposed to have teeth, and that was the reason it wasn't engaging, because the teeth are all gone, but turns out they're supposed to be smooth. So over here I got the pull start, so it had a little like C-clip thing there that holds this plate on. And now what's supposed to happen when you pull this out, it obviously spins, but these are supposed to kind of turn. And if you look, they kind of pop out. The two far ones expand. So it's not doing that currently. So talking to a couple people, I started tearing this thing apart. So you got a little spring there. And then, let's see if I get this whole unit out here. So you got this little washer here. It's called a friction washer. And for one, that's pretty beat up and whatnot. But it's supposed to, let's pop this out. See how there's like a flat spot on both sides of the shaft? The washer is supposed to have that same thing, which they do not. So we need a both top and bottom washer, as they're both walled out and messed up. You can kind of see it used to have a flat spot on there. So I just ordered those, so they would be here in about a week, I guess, off of eBay. Oh, that doesn't go there. So for now, we're going to throw that back together, just so I don't lose the pieces. And a spring, and that thing, and then I'll take a new C-clip for it. But that'll be on the back burner for now. So that'll come in at the end of the video here. So the next order of business is the clutch. So if you watch the video where we finally got this thing running, it rattles a lot. So if you look at the clutch pulley here, now it's gonna be hard to do, but it wiggles. So under the tractor, there's a bearing on the front of the drive shaft, which I believe to be bad. You see how much it's moving. So it appears, I guess the bearing spins, but somehow the drive shaft spun in there, it would look like, so it wiggles. So I have a new drive shaft and clutch that we're going to put in this and see if that helps our issue. Although we're going to be slightly on the back burner as the pull start's getting fixed. But we still should be able to put it back together actually, because we could just slap that on at the end. And while we're in here, I'm also going to replace the belt because it's probably original and it's got a couple cracks coming in on it. So on my extra clutch here, I got lying around, a little stiff in there. It doesn't have that wiggle. And also the center where the throwout bearing is not really worn on this one. The other one is pretty wallowed out there, so that'll also help. So hopefully this thing works. Luckily with these, you can just throw some grease at them and they usually come back to life. So let's see what we're up against underneath here. So we got the front of the tractor going this way, and of course the rear. So it looks like in the back here we just got one of those like flex couplers. So that should be two 9/16 bolts, one on each side. And then 2 bolts there on the frame that looks like it holds that front bracket. I think there's one on the other side. You can see there, She's a little worn on that throwout bearing there. I'm not sure if we could just slide the clutch out or around that piece. I guess we'll have to play around and see here. You can see all the looseness. There's some of these pins got some slop too. That one right there. It's probably not helping us at all. But the front of this thing is definitely sloppy. So I'm gonna do my best to get some footage for you guys under here. It's a little cramped and not the easiest to access. If they all come apart like that, we'll really have something here. So we got the 2 bolts out on this side. So I'm gonna take a crack at trying to get these out here. Alright, so that has the back of this disconnected now. So I just gotta get that other clutch bracket in the front, and I think this should pop out. Let's see if this thing will come out now. Actually, that drive shaft might be bent. You see how much that moves? Oh yeah, that thing's definitely bent. So, definitely gotta come out of here. Alright, so that shift fork had to be flipped out of there. It appears it's not easy to do a clutch job on this tractor if you needed to, or a belt, change a belt. So I'm going to do that while we're in here. Seems like a good idea. There we go. Can't get the flex disc to come apart. There we go. So the drive shaft was indeed bent. Much better. So I went through the clutch a little bit, greased up the throwout bearing, and sprayed some WD-40 in there. Hopefully they don't counteract, but that's spinning nice now. Moving pretty good. And then a teaser spring there, it looks like. That's got some spray on it as well. Also just found a belt that'll work. It's a 3/8 by 32. The fits in there pretty nice. So hopefully that fits. It's about the same size as this one, so we should be good. And it looks like we got some slots to adjust belt tension. So let's get this put back in the tractor. So I got the new clutch in, most of the way anyways. Still got a little bit of adjusting to do. Couldn't get it to go in the original position, so I had to unthread it slightly. But I have to still tweak it a little bit here and there. The next issue I'm having is the belt is now rubbing on the bottom mount for the recoil start. So I don't remember if it was on the inside or the outside, but it would appear it would go on the inside of this. So I might have to run it over this as long as it doesn't interfere with the pull start. But I bumped it, so now it's a little loose and they're rivets, and I'd like to keep it that way. So the belt's back on. I had to go over this bracket because it was rubbing. So that seems to be the correct orientation now. I did manage to make this loose in the meantime, but I think it'll hang in there. So I had to loosen this rod right here. And it's still loose and it's not engaging yet, so I have to pull it off with this pin here. Gotta pull that clip out and pull the shaft out, I think. And then I should be able to tighten that in a couple more turns. I was not able to get the forks over here seated. And when you press the pedal, it's not doing anything. I was able to pop that out, get another 2 turns cranked in. So now, if I pull on it, it's starting to move now. I think this clutch might have been a little frozen, but I think we're good now. Stopping, and when we can go. There we go. So we're ready to rebuild the pull start. I got all the new pieces. So I take off the washer, and behind that there's a little spring. On top of that, there is one of the friction discs, followed by the dog assembly, and then another friction disc on the bottom. So they should look like the one on the right, with that little like flat-sided oval. So we got 2 new ones of those. So I'll basically do that and vice versa. Put the first one in. I also ordered a new dog assembly because the one on it, you can see it's a little grooved in on the bottom. So we can put that in. The top friction disc. We got that little spring again. And then lastly, we got the washer. And if we get this little C-clip guy back in to hold it all together, that's going to be the challenge. There we go. So now, when we pull this thing, you can see immediately the dogs fly right out. Got a working pull start now. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this, and then it will be getting installed onto the tractor. So the recoil is painted. Feels pretty nice. So we'll untape it and put it on. So the pull start is back on. It's a little tedious getting those bolts in there, or screws, but did it. So I suppose we got the moment of truth here. All right. Pop our new neutral. There we go. It'll go back in. I still gotta figure out something for the handle. I didn't get painting that because there was paint on it already. So I may see if I can maybe get a little bit of like paint stripper on it and get the original or the paint off of it from when I got it and bring it back to black again. So I'll see what I can do there. But it works. So that's cool. So I guess I will, once this thing's done, we'll get it outside and give her a test. So I wanted to wait till the very end for this, for the finished product. So if you've been watching this thing along the whole progress, I really appreciate the final video here. The pull start's all back together and we got the new clutch in it, as well as we've since painted it, the whole thing. We got narrow gap rears. We put a Brimley garden cart on it. We put a rear 3-point hitch on it and then finished it off. So without further ado, let's take this beauty for a ride. We can start it with a pull start this time. Still making some clutch noises, but it works now. So I hope you enjoyed the progress on this tractor and all the video series that go with it. If you enjoyed, give it a like. A lot of hard work into this thing. If you haven't yet subscribed, consider doing so. There will be a lot more like this, getting machines running, repainting, all that. And of course, seeing them work. And if you do subscribe, click the little bell and be notified right when I post a video. And that's all I got for this one. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.